to him. Can you talk a little bit about when you made that decision?
Yeah, he's really struggled this week, and in my heart of hearts, I thought he would not play today. Our last conversation I had with Jim Knowles and Jim Collins yesterday, or really in the evening after our practice, and I have a meeting with the coordinators, and so I told Jim Knowles, I said, you know, what I saw from Kelby today, he can't play, you know, I just don't see it. We'll start Dion, and we'll make a decision in pregame warm-up as to where Kelby is. And if he is better and he really, you know, feels great, then we can play him, you know, but otherwise, I don't even think about it. And but Kelby did come to me after warm-up and said, this is by far and away the best I felt. I feel like I can be effective. So it's not just good enough to play. He had to be effective. A Mike linebacker against that offense has to be able to be effective from A gap to the boundary, and he was able to do that. So I'm glad we played Dion a lot, because the worst thing we could have done was overplay Kelby, because he wouldn't have been able to hold up, in my opinion. So I like the fact that we played Devon Edwards some in the back end, and got to play Dion, and we played a lot of young people. I should go ahead and tell you this. Unfortunately, it looks like Jamal Wallace will end up needing a surgery on his ankle. You know, and that's just unfortunate for a guy that's really starting to get to play better. So it kind of changes a little bit of our picture. We still got A.J. Wolf out, you know, so it's just getting a little slim again in there. But somebody will step up. We'll see.
Was there a reason that July Duncan didn't play in the first half?
Just I wanted to have Delay see the game, think about the game. You know, we're dealing with 4 guys that we're going to manage, and I'm going to manage to see what those guys can do to give us the best we've got. And so you're going to see different rotations based on what yours truly feels about their effectiveness, the game, the opponent, the practice week, etc. So we got 4 good football players there. I'm anxious to see this game. I thought 28 flashed today a good bit as well, but I think kind of they all flashed today, did they not? So, you know, that makes us better.
Obviously, one of your better defensive efforts. Seems like you really concentrated on Reynolds, trying to keep him from breaking those corners on him.
Yeah, he had 84 carries. The next closest was Swain with 45 going into the game. It's almost double. He was their leading rusher by over 200 yards. I mean, everything went through him, and if he's not running it, he's throwing it. So wherever he is with the ball, whether he's throwing it or running, it becomes a critical part of the plan. And our ends did a great job. We changed some techniques up with our ends because of him. I thought our ends did a good job of being able to hit him some, when oftentimes your ends end up taking dives because of veer blocking, and not to get into all of that. But our guys managed him pretty well.
On the fake field goal, was there any hesitation about kicking it, or were you just planning on going fake?
Well, I knew the kick would get us up, you know, another score. You know, that's 4 scores. I just felt like we had almost a foolproof plan for the fake, and I was just, you know, I mean, I knew that if we could pull it off, that it would make a significant difference, not only on our sideline, on their sideline. And I'm over there looking, and it does. If I've been on the short end of that thing before, that don't feel good. And so every now and then you want to, I just had a feeling that it was going to work.
With Will Monday a perfect 1-for-1, any chance he changes his quarterback?
No, we're not going to put Will at quarterback if he shanks another punt. That's
You talked about the defense trying to claim an identity a couple of weeks ago. Do you feel that they took a path to that, or made a statement today?
For today, you know, and that's got to continue, you know, but you don't end up with an identity until it's done. You know, when we generally look at that when you look back, and so that's just a continuous building block. And you know, we had great talk at the hotel this morning as a team, and I thought before the ball game, they were really locked in, all of them. And it's really the identity we're trying to have is across the board. It really doesn't. What we want for our offense, our defense, and our kicking, so it's gonna be an ongoing conversation. And hopefully we'll do that. You know, win, lose, or draw, you gotta stand for something. You know, you have to have an identity. And I want them to understand that. Guess we don't draw anymore, do we? Win or lose, with no ties. So Brian used to say, win, lose, or draw all the time. One more draws. All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy your evening. 12:30 kickoff. Yay! Everybody likes those, don't they, huh?
Hold our kickoff in a less than 3 hour game.